So yes guys, and welcome back to a new video. So today I want to talk about the topic of why I read as a footballer. So let's just get straight into the topic. So me myself, I read a lot. I set a target to read at least 10 pages a day, and I do that 6 days of the week. The one day I don't read is on match day. But yeah, I set a target to read 10 pages a day. At the start, I started with 2 pages, then went to 5, and now I'm at 10. And 10 is good for me because it's not too much, and it's the good amount for me to get through a book at a good enough pace. So at the moment, I'm going for around a book a month basically. So that's 12 books a year, which isn't too bad. And yeah, we get a lot of questions on Instagram of why we read or why I read and stuff like this. So I'm just going to go through the points that I thought of. So yeah, I'll just go straight through. The first point is of why I read is it basically calms me down. So I work a lot, I train a lot. So basically I train football, I go to the gym, I work on J&M, creating contact, work with clients. So my days get quite busy. And I like to spend 20 to 30 minutes reading because it just simply calms me down. Takes my mind away from football, away from social media, away from content or ways to improve. It just takes my mind off all that things, just lets my mind concentrate on something I'm interested in, which isn't something to do with J&M or football. Next point is it gets my mind working. So obviously I read books that interest me and are about topics that interest me. So I've read a lot of books now over the last few years, but I always choose books that interest me and are about topic that I'm interested in. And then obviously I have read books in the past which I didn't really enjoy or I didn't think were that interesting, but I stuck through. But then the books I find really interesting, they get my mind going, gets me thinking these thoughts. And yeah, that's one thing I really enjoy about reading, is it gets my mind thinking about something that if I wasn't reading I wouldn't really be thinking about. So yeah, it definitely gets my mind working and thinking about other things. And the second part of that point is it brings me a lot of new ideas, and these ideas can be to do with football, business, my own personal life, so many things. For example, I get a lot of ideas from our Instagram content from the books I read, which is quite interesting because there's a few football pages on Instagram now, and I'm not trying to give any hate or anything, but a lot of the pages do the same type of content, and us at J&M, we're trying to stick out and be different. So I try to look for content in places other people maybe wouldn't look. So the content I read myself, so for example the books I read, I try to take ideas from them and then take that idea and create a post about it. So if I see a good quote or a good thought from the author, then I'll take that idea and create it into football related content. So that's it also always gives me new ideas on things I can put into my own life, if that's football, business, if that's something I should do after waking up in the morning. It's always giving me ideas, and it's always giving me ideas on ways I can improve me and my life, which I really enjoy. Another great thing for me, because it's just me and a book. No social media, no clients, no football coaches, teammates, no one shouting. It's just me and a book, and it's really quiet and it's calm, and I really enjoy that because in today's world there's not much calm. It's quiet, it's a quick world, everything moves at 100 miles an hour. Social media, news travels really fast. It's loud, it gets really loud. But when you're just sitting there, you and a book and coffee, it's so quiet, relaxing, and it's just you and that book and your thoughts basically. Another reason why I enjoy reading it is because basically it's improved myself, and I get to learn a lot of things that I wouldn't learn. Obviously in school you can learn, in school you are learning about things you have to learn. But or anyone can choose the books that you want to read, so you're learning about stuff you want to learn about. So I enjoy reading books about mindset, self-care, how to improve yourself, how to improve your mindset, how to control your mindset. And I really enjoy reading these books, and I learn so much from them. I've learned loads from these books. For example, Relentless. I've learned so much from just reading about Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, how they trained and how their trainer trained them. And then Motivational Manifesto. I've learned so much from that, and the 4-hour work week is a great book because I learned so much, and I use so much of that information now on our own business. So yeah, I just learned so much from books, and it's a great way to Another thing I love about reading is it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm being productive. So basically, like, I don't think, like, maybe it's kind of like coming back into fashion, but I don't think that many people read. Like, if you look at the whole world, look at everyone, I don't know what the percentage would be, but I actually have no clue. But I'm pretty sure that there's more people who don't read than read. And when I read my last book, it was like 400 pages long, and when I've read through all them 400 pages, it makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel like I've been productive. I've been like learning new things, improving myself, whilst other people have been playing FIFA, watching Netflix, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it just makes me feel good. It makes me feel good about. And then just to finish off, I basically enjoy the experience of buying a new book, ordering it online, or going to a bookstore. But it's hard to find an English bookstore here in Serbia, so I order them online, and then just the experience of opening up, smelling it, that like book smell that everyone says, and is going through all the pages, just the experience of reading a book and going from page 1 to page 500, and then putting that book down knowing that you've gone page and cover to cover. It's just a good feeling, and it's an overall good experience. So for me personally, out of the books I've read a lot of Tony Robbins books. I've read like a whole bunch of books really, but these are my top 3 books that I've read. Number 3, whatever. Motivational Manifesto. I've read this 2-3 times. Like, every time you read it, you can learn something new. It's full of like really good quotes and good examples of things that you can put into your life, basically. Then number 2 is Relentless. It's just a book by Michael Jordan's coach, and he coached Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, a bunch of other athletes, and it's just like, it's not just to do with training, it's about like mindset and like letting your instincts take over. But the main lesson I learned from this is the difference between Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Basically, Michael Jordan knew when to stop working, let his body rest. Kobe Bryant didn't. You go through Kobe's career, he got a lot of injuries, and that's purely because he overworked his body and didn't rest enough. And then so far, the best book I've read is The Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. It's just about how he came up with Nike, started Nike, built it from the ground. It's a great story, and yeah, I definitely recommend this to anyone who wants to get into reading. It's like an easy read. Like, you don't have to push yourself to like read every day, because it's actually a really interesting book, and you can learn a lot from it. And yeah, it's just a really good story. And then I'll go for the last book I read, which was Surrounded by Idiots. It's about like different types of people, how they react, their behaviours. It's an okay book. Like, it's good, but it went over the same things quite a lot. So like, it could have been like half the length and still explained everything well. But no, it was a good book, interesting, and like, after reading this, you can actually realise like there are different types of people, how they react, and like what they do in different situations. So that's a really interesting book. And then the book I'm reading at the moment is the Chimp Paradox, Mind Management. So far, it's like very good book, interesting. It's just about like your mind has 2 parts, like the human and the chimp, like how you control one another. And yeah, it's a really interesting book. I'm 100 pages in. I'm 84 pages in. It's about 350 long, so I've got a bit to go, but it's a really interesting book. And yeah, and then the book I want to read next is Atomic Habits. I'll put it up here somewhere. I can't find it in Serbian at the moment in English, so if anyone can plug me that book, feel free to send it to me. But yeah, that's the book I'm going to read next, hopefully. But anyway, so yeah, that's this video wrapped up on why I read as a footballer, and just like what it does to my life and how it improves my life. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys didn't get too bored, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.